The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is the fantasy fight that could become a reality. Claressa Shields versus Amanda Nunes. Trill, what are your thoughts on that?
I just want to see these ladies fight. I don't care who it is. To me, I'm a fan of women boxing. I'm a fan of women in MMA. I just like the excitement.
All right, G.
That was so fast.
I was saying I want to see more women boxing.
Yeah. Honestly, I really enjoyed watching Claressa Shields, but I will say this: Dana White, if you even allow this to happen, you're an idiot. Because I understand it could be a money grab, but I don't really know if it will. And two, we know Amanda Nunes is gonna get body bagged in that ring. It's not fair. You can watch how Nunes fights, even when she throws her hooks or in her right hand, it's like really wide. Boxers don't do that. Why? Because they're gonna counter real fast. This girl, Claressa Shields, is way faster than Nunes. You know what I mean? I don't see how it's gonna be a competitive fight. You know what I mean?
That's what we were talking about, as far as being competitive.
I thought that's what.
Oh no, I just thought about
No,
how.
But do you think it'll be competitive?
I was like, what's up with Trill today?
I was just saying, is it good for women's sports in general? Like, if it's great for women's combat sports. Like, it's great because, you bring two and two together and just make it big so it can bring more exposure to women's boxing and women's MMA. That's what I think. But as far as it being competitive, I didn't even think that we was actually going to talk about being I don't see no UFC fighter that's a UFC fighter being able to be a boxer. And it's different. It's too different. Like, I don't see no boxer going into that and no, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Everybody, they got their own, and they need to stay in their lane. But as far as the sport being good for women's combat sport, I'm like, go ahead.
I will, before you go, I like to say, I'm going to quote something from a great rapper, Benny the Butcher. He said, I'm Mayweather, you McGregor. Let me explain the concept. I'm going to show y'all brawling ain't the same as boxing. Continue, my brother.
I like that.
That is true. But I'm about the business. And I think it would be a huge fight for women's combat sports, particularly because Amanda Nunes is the biggest women's combat sports star in MMA, and Claressa Shields is the biggest women's attraction in boxing. With that being said, I actually think there's a bigger fight for Claressa Shields. I just don't know who the fighter would be. But I know he'd be a man. Hear me out. He'd be a man who's like 6-0 with an amateur record of like a bunch of losses. Basically, he'd be a man who doesn't have that much pop. He'd be a Paul Malignaggi type. And he'd fight Claressa Shields and she'd beat him. And that would be
The Little Drama Show.
The Little Drama Show? What do you mean?
What's the guy's name called The Little Drama Show?
I don't know. Who is The Little Drama Show?
They used to put him up there with Golovkin. He used to perform with Golovkin. He used to be on the undercard with Golovkin.
Oh, I don't
At
know.
118. What's the 118? They were trying to say he was number one pound at one time.
Most say Chocolatito.
Chocolatito.
Put her in with Chocolatito. She outweighs him by like 50 pounds.
Hey.
This combo went so left.
No, but hear me out. In terms of making a huge star in women's combat sports, I think if you took Claressa Shields and you let her fight a men's fighter who had a decent record but doesn't have that much punching power, I think she'd have a great chance of winning. And if she wins, I think that would launch her into a different stratosphere.
That's
And
disrespectful. That's nobody wants to see
Nobody wants to see a guy fighting a woman.
Yeah, nobody wants to see a guy fight a woman. And then I think the things that would happen because of that, like things happen because of one thing becomes a trickle effect. So I know. I think this women's, she could be, let's make the biggest star as far as women's combat sport. I don't want to mix them because then it becomes an issue. Because say for example, she gets knocked out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Why
I don't
would
ever
they
want
do this?
No, but just
Oh
stay.
man, listen,
It's still a
Phil
man.
ain't knocking out a guy.
It's still
But
a
if
man. I don't want to. I
if
don't
he's
want to see
aiming
it.
at
I just
a
don't want to see it
pillow
because of everything that's.
Fighting a woman.
Yeah, that's why I said if he was gonna do anything, he had to be like.
Yo, and
Chocolate
even if he doesn't knock her out, just the punishment she'll endure. Yo, people don't want
And
to see
different.
that.
And even if she does win, let's just say what that is gonna entail. Like that's gonna cause a lot of, it's gonna be a lot of violence outside of boxing. It's gonna be a lot. I think they'll start a lot of other stuff. I think keep it how it is. Let these, if they wanted to fight, because you know, like you said, Nunes is one of the biggest fighters in MMA, and Claressa Shields is getting
I'm
one
gonna
of
be
the
honest
boxing.
with you, and Amanda's is more famous than
Yeah, Claressa Shields is, yeah, she is. And then, but I see there's other fights for Claressa Shields to fight. There's a fighter that's at a weight class that she could fight at because that's why she was going down. And
Oh, you said so Claressa was going
yeah, no, Claressa was gonna go down. That's why she was going down. The 154 to fight. What's her name? I don't want to butcher her name. Because she's got all the belts in that division.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, Cecilia Breakers.
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to jump in. For starters, I don't know if you guys know this, but women spar men all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so it's not nothing new. And
Sparring.
I'm not sparring and fighting is not much difference. It's you hitting someone else. And so, like I said, they spar in the gym, and I'm not talking about making it. It's something that has to be sanctioned, obviously.
But
and I'm
sparring
talking
and
about
sparring
picking.
and I don't want
If I may, I'm talking about picking the right opponent.
Oh, I just said sparring and fighting is the same thing.
It is the same. You're punching someone in the face, and so I'm
So
saying picking the
it
right.
matters what
opponent.
happens in sparring.
It's not that it doesn't. That it matters what happens in sparring in terms of who would
Because I've seen
an
people
actual fight.
in sparring.
You're
forward.
making a different argument. I'm not talking about who won a sparring session would
Oh, you're
win a
saying
fight.
punching,
I'm saying
punches.
punching someone in the face is punching someone in the
Mm-hmm.
face. That's all I'm saying.
I think
And so, like I said, I do think it can be a big, and I'm just talking about making a big event, a big
it would
extravaganza.
definitely be a big event.
I think if you pick the, that's why, remember what I said, I don't know who the opponent is. It would have to be someone who's been thoroughly vetted and evaluated, and of course there's risk involved. But I do think, and when you think of the way all these movies are moving, the way things are going, if she could step in the ring and pull that off.
I apologize because you're absolutely right. It would be a big event and it would make big money. You know why? Because the battle of the sexes always make big money.
Right.
It's
I
always
don't
been
know
known.
what y'all live in.
But-
That's not gonna happen.
But I'm saying
I'm
the
not saying don't let her fight
backlash-
Triple G.
The triple-
No. I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, like,
People
as
tune in-
progressive as we want to be, we're not there yet.
You
I'm
don't
just
think-
coming
not there
Jake,
yet. We're
Jake,
not there
I was
yet.
saying, you don't think people are going to tune in and watch a battle of the sexes?
Yeah, I'm being honest with you. I think the backlash will shut it down. before
I think the backlash would be crazy.
Yeah, I think
but I
the
think
backlash
it will
would
get everybody.
I'll be honest, I don't want to see that type of fight happening in the United States.
I don't even think it would be backlash. Because here's what I'm going to tell you, bro. Straight up. I believe that there's some men Claressa Shields can beat.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's the first women's fighter who's come along where you'd say, I can see her fight a man professionally and win. Now, I'm not saying she needs to go top tier. I'm saying though, I could actually see her,
Fighting a 6-0 guy.
yeah, and
Not-
winning.
not a triple.
And it's not a stunt. It's not some old whatever. It's like she's good enough to beat him.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And
I hear that. I hear that point. What I'm saying is, I don't see our society. I don't see I'm being honest. I don't think any, because if you think about combat sports around the world, you know, they divided by the sexes for a reason.
Now,
you know,
around the world they don't.
Around the world.
No,
I watch kickboxing.
You don't watch
I
Muay Thai.
Huh?
You don't watch Muay Thai.
Muay Thai?
Because they put women in there with guys.
No, they only do that with little kids.
You know what I'm saying?
With like little kids that can't hurt each other.
How you go on that on the
I would love to see this.
Grown women fighting another man that's their age.
Yeah, I would love to see
Muay Thai,
this. This is getting crazy now.
It is.
Yo, listen, if this is happening,
It's
man.
happening.
Oh man, listen.
And then
I'm
you
just saying, yo, listen, this is getting crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, like,
That's to the
because
point.
I agree with what he's saying, because I know for a fact Claressa spars with men, right?
And I know she can beat Jay Leon Love. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I know some girls out there she can beat, and I agree with
But
you too.
what I'm saying is, what would that
I agree with
prove?
you.
Like,
But I agree
what would
with
that
you.
prove, though?
No, we're talking about money, and we're talking about an event, and we're talking
Who
about
wants to
show.
see that, though?
We were talking about who wants to see it.
Women.
Yes, women want to see it. There are
Women
men
will
who
come,
want
and
to see
there's
it.
certain men that will want to come see it too. And then, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand.
I could be wrong, but I'm confident. I'm okay with my wrongness right now.
No, it's okay.
This is
Nobody wrong.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
but this is. I
There's
don't
no
know.
right or
Maybe
wrong.
I'm
That's what
stuck
I'm
in
trying
my
to
way.
tell you.
Yeah,
I'm trying
can't
to
see
tell
that,
you, you're not, and I'm not saying you're a chauvinist. And then, you know what I'm saying? I agree with both of you guys.
Trill's like, I'm the biggest feminist there is.
No, I'm not.
She gonna fight this dude and knock him out. I'm like, hey,
listen,
you know?
I say yes and I say no. The reason why I say yes, because I know that it would do numbers. Because I see on how every show that's designed with battle of the sexes, they do well. Well, and then women nowadays is promoting this pro-woman thing. And like my brother said, if they have the right opponent and it's shaped for Claressa to look good, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have all the women organizations out. It's going to be crazy. It's going to do numbers. And then you still got the male chauvinists out there that's going to tune in to see the fight because they want to say, we got to put these women in their place. You know what I'm saying?
Secretly though.
Secretly. You know what I'm saying?
Right movement.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come out and it's going to be entertaining because anytime you do anything involving battle of the sexes, it creates dialogue and all the women's shows, the views, all these people are going to come out
So
and
sometimes
it's
you gotta
going
be
to
a
talk
little
about.
uncomfortable.
Now,
So what network would take that on?
Let me
What
finish.
promoter would take that
Hold
on?
on, let me finish. Everyone, because they care about money.
So
And
who would take it?
less work. Hold on.
Yo, wait, I'm asking you a
Yes.
question seriously.
Listen,
What
Al Heyman, that's our promoter.
What do you think's gonna happen to Claressa Shields if she fights a man?
I don't
The
think
worst
it's
thing
gonna
that can
happen.
happen, she's gonna get knocked out. But I don't think that
That's gonna happen. They're not even gonna put her in. They're gonna put her in so that she wins.
You put her
They're gonna
in
set her. They're gonna set her up in a win situation.
Yeah, you hold a mitts. You hold a mitts with people.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you never held a mitts for a woman and a man who went around the same weight and you thought this woman would take his head off?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah,
bro.
I have.
Okay,
So and then I'm saying, and then you can set it up. You can set it up. They're not gonna set it up for that is gonna be a. They're gonna set it up for Claressa to win. Now the problem with that is on the back end. The backlash is going to take because then it's going to open the door for other people not to realize how smart that these promoters and these advisors is going to be picking single-handedly, like you said, picking the right opponent. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be smart like that. So that's what I'm saying. I agree with you because everything else is going to trickle in on the back end. There's going to be somebody's going to try to think that they can go in there. A UFC woman is going to think that she could go in there with a UFC guy.
See, I wouldn't do that. See, that's the
But
difference.
that's what the backlash
That's a different
This is
discipline.
gonna be like, oh, he can do with this, and that's what I understand with the backlash.
So are y'all saying that to remove the weight, the weight differential?
I'm just saying, you're damn if you do it, you're damn if you don't. That's how I'm
she
saying.
fights a dude that's like 150, 155, 160. It's gonna be.
Alright, so you know.
That's why I said Chocolatico.
I tell you, there's some guys that she'll beat. At that weight class.
I mean, that's an 18 and
you know, like Mona
18 and
Davis,
19.
she was the little league pitcher, the little girl who was pitching, and she became very popular because she was striking out the young boys. And then they were like, now if you say you throw like a girl, it's a compliment, right? And the point I'm making is, I'm not acting like there isn't a difference. Or I'm not saying that you don't need to divide the sports. But what I'm saying is, the talent level in women's boxing has gone up so much that I do believe that Claressa Shields could beat some of the men fighters.
Yes.
Right? And all I'm saying is, if you put her in to show that one time, right? One time, it's empowering.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying do it as a stunt. I'm not saying make it a habit. I'm not saying anything. But if you want to put respect on women's boxing's name,
That's
which is what they're asking, right? Which is what they want. They want equal pay. They want equal rounds. They want you do that by saying, you know what? We're going to take this guy. Claressa's going to fight him, and Claressa.
So let me get this straight. I just gotta ask this question. We want women boxing to get respect, so we're gonna throw a woman in with a bum.
No, I see what you're saying.
You're calling it a bum. That's not what we're saying.
Y'all, you literally said, "Yo, let's get
It's
his."
how you
his,
do it.
his
I know. I
you
just
was like, "Yo, we want his record to be trash."
I said 6
We want him to have pillow hands
6-0.
with pillow hands.
I said 6-0.
But we
With pillow
all
head.
know you're not gonna put your elite women's boxer, who is Claressa Shields. We know that she's not and she's 160, right? She's not going to be in there with the elite male boxer at that division. That's 160 Canelo. We know that that's not going to happen.
But every male fighter isn't Canelo.
And
there are male fighters who can't beat Canelo. So we're not going to ask her to beat Canelo, right?
Exactly.
That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is this.
I'm saying
Well,
exactly what you're saying.
Here's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm
Make
saying.
him fight a bum.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're calling it a bum. What I'm saying is every male fighter. True.
We got to find the box. I'm a fine tooth comb this real quick.
What I'm saying is every male fighter isn't Canelo. And for those male fighters who aren't Canelo, there are some that I believe Claressa Shields can beat. And if you respect those fighters who Claressa Shields can beat as true fighters, then you need to respect her as a true fighter. And the way we can settle this is we can put her in the ring with him, and she can show you that she's a real fighter. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Find a male fighter that's willing to fight a female.
The fact you think that to me is proof this needs to happen. The fact you think that it's like we can pick you think the last ranked male fighter on the planet can beat Claressa Shields?
That's not what I said at all.
Well, I'm asking you straight up.
No, I know for a fact she's better than a lot of men.
Okay, then.
However,
so
I don't see
you
any
don't
networks,
believe
I don't
that.
see any
Can I say
managers,
something?
I don't
Wait,
see
you don't
a lot of
believe
people
that.
saying like, yo, we're gonna set that fight up.
No, because you're not listening
Yeah.
to the fine combing.
There are so many.
You're saying, you already said it out your mouth, but you're not listening. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying it's a bump, listen to it.
I work with the G a different way. There are people out there, real talk. There's some like chauvinists. There's some students. You tell them they believe the last ranked male fighter in the 160-pound division would wash Claressa Shields.
There's guys that be like, I'm not watching
Okay, but they're
women's
sexist,
boxing.
right? Okay, I'm not watching
women's
women's boxing. It's not real boxing. Now you put that guy in the ring with Claressa Shields and let her beat him. You just destroyed a stereotype. You just empowered a woman's sport. Is my point.
I hear what you're
Okay,
saying.
so who wouldn't want to be a part of that?
What guy want to fight a woman?
Because I'm saying at the end of the day,
What boxer? Like, really think about what professional boxer? Like, yeah, I'll get in the ring.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now.
he gonna, you know what? He gonna play with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna get somebody right. No, listen. They gonna get somebody that's gonna play with it. You know what I'm saying? Get him. Have him talk the biggest trash. Like, I'm gonna come up. This is gonna be hot. It's gonna be like
James Reaper-Rolla, not traded.
Like for real, it'll be somebody. This a lot. Do you not hear this boxers?
You're wrong too. You know how I know you're wrong? I'm gonna tell you.
There's boxers that have called it like, oh, I'm sick. I don't want her getting this props and stuff like that. Have been saying bad things like, why is she's only getting this because she's a woman?
Yo, the world.
You know what I'm saying?
Too,
There's been boxers that said that.
The world's changing. Listen, in the tournament I just played in, there were 2 women playing in that tournament. Yo, and dudes gave them no slack, punched their shot, stole the ball from them, hard foul them. Like, yo, no dude wanted to be the dude who got rolled on by the woman or I got crossed by the woman. And I played football, okay? And I saw this. When I played Part 1 football, one of the dudes on my team, the young lady, she was a running back. She got the ball, and he tried to go for a soft tackle, and she ran him over. And everybody laughed. And he got really mad. And the next time she got the ball, he smashed her. And then she got hurt, and they took her on a stretcher. And we all went to him and said, "What the hell is your damn problem?" He said, "If she trucks me, you laugh. If I tackle her hard, y'all yell at me. What am I supposed to do?" And that's when the coach. No, I'm not. And the coach. Let me finish. Thank you. And the coach said to us, "If she's on the field of play, she's a football player. The greatest thing you could have done was treat her like one." You know what I'm saying? So come on, man.
I respect that.
I respect that. And I respect it because another thing is Claressa Shields has been calling guys out.
Wow, come on.
She's been calling guys out.
Stop it. Look at the people she's been calling out.
No, I'm not even saying she was joking with the whole Triple G.
She don't really want
But she was talking about guys. It's like I can beat guys.
Like Ronda Rousey calling out Mayweather, right? She called Mayweather out. She knew she could beat Floyd. And let's be
like
real.
everybody else thought she could beat Floyd.
And let's be real.
You know what I mean? Am I lying?
I think she honestly thought she could beat Floyd.
But am I did?
Well, her foolish. Remember when she was on the pad? She didn't really think I could do those combos
But
too.
she made the world. She made the world believe this.
That
stuff.
sells.
It was
I think
people.
she's crazy.
Did you see her
crazy
comments? She had hundreds of thousands of comments of people saying, "Yeah, we know you can kill Floyd."
Yeah. Yo, but here's the thing. When she lost, the one person who was Floyd. Floyd was like, "You'll be alright." You know what I'm saying? I didn't take no offense to it. Yo, here's all I'm saying to you. I know it's risky. I know it's outside the box. I know it's not something that's.
But it'll make some money.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, you look on screen and you see Captain Marvel fighting dudes. You're not looking at it differently. You see Wonder Woman fighting guys. You're not like, yo, guys are trying to hit Wonder Woman.
Hollywood,
No, it's not Hollywood, bro. It's what they're showing you. They're saying women. They're saying
Boxing is entertainment. Too.
yeah. They're saying women are powerful.
This is turning more and more to the
Women are
WWF every day.
I'm just saying, bro.
When I get you in the ring, I want to throw this giant so hard.
Pull out wings.
It's all turned into a big WWE.
I'm just saying.
You know what
Don't
I
be
mean?
surprised.
It's
matchup.
Don't be surprised.
I agree with G. Like, do I want to see it personally? No. I know what things is going to happen afterwards, as far as what things is going to happen, which this is going to start. Will it be big money, and will everybody come out and see this, and will people be talking about it? You're damn right. You're damn right.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to see it, and this is the reason why I want to see it.
Because whenever y'all were all entertained when y'all thought Ronda Rousey could beat Floyd, everybody and their mama was saying how she was winning. I was hearing all these, you didn't see the memes where they were calling Floyd a monkey and all these other stuff. But go on, yeah.
No, I'm just saying I want to see it, and the reason why I want to see it is because I think it would do a lot, even if she didn't win, and she just competed. I think it would do a lot for women's boxing. I think women's boxing has had a resurgence. I think it's coming back. They want equal pay. They want to be seen as elite fighters, right? And so you have a Claressa Shields who brought up the fact that Tank Davis gets paid more than her and certain things. She had the opportunity to prove that she's a true fighter. And once she does that, not only will she prove it, but it would do a lot for the sport in itself. And mainly, I'm being real, the reason why I want to see it is because I think she can beat some of these guys. Like, I'm someone who knows boxing. I'm someone who's held the mitts for men, women.
But also what she has to understand is, too, she mentioned Tank. Anytime Tank goes in that ring,
he might get flatlined.
He's laying somebody on
That's
their
what
back.
I'm saying.
And you know what I'm saying? And it's cool. I'm not saying that you need knockouts, but you need to be spectacular. There's a guy they're gonna say who was not Floyd, but people forget how Pretty Boy Floyd was. Not Money Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd was a total different fighter than what Money was, and Pretty Boy was dropping these people. He was, you know what I'm saying? And in order to get these bigger pays and all this stuff, you have to do exciting stuff inside the ring.
Supply and demand.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta knock people out going backwards with a check hook.
No, without a doubt, Tank is an exciting fighter. He gets knockouts,
And
especially
you get
at
paid
his
the
weight
big
class.
bucks.
Especially at his weight class.
Exactly.
But I'll come to Claressa's defense in this aspect. She gets 2 minutes. She gets 2 minutes around. There's no doubt in my mind if she had 3 minutes around, she gets Hammer out of there. She stops Hammer.
I'm talking about not even.
Tank don't need all those rounds. I get you. Tank get him out in 2 rounds or less. Like
In 30 seconds, 47 seconds.
It's different. But what I'm saying for her is, it's harder for her to get the knockouts, the late round stoppages that would be on her record. Her record would look a lot better if you had all those KOs on it, but she doesn't get.
I think Claressa is when the fight goes on, she comes out hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she comes out hot. Well, that's another subject. I think she fades later in rounds. You know?
I thought that too, except with the
that last fight.
The
The last
Hammer
fight was totally
that's what I'm saying. The Hammer
fight was totally different.
Remember, she just got with John David Jackson.
Oh yeah, she's a whole winner. She's been a whole new Shout out to John David Jackson. You messed up, Kovalev. You messed up, Kovalev. You know what I'm saying?
And so
John David
judging her on her last fight, she looked like a professional fighter. She looked like someone who finally figured out the difference between amateur boxing
John Dick.
and pro boxing.
That's because you know who she with now.
Yeah.
Superfly.
Yeah.
But I will say this: if that fight with Nunes ever happens, that will, propel her career to the next level. Where now the average fan who may not be looking for female boxing, be like, hey, yo, you see that Claressa Shields who just knocked out Nunes?
Yeah.
We in there because just recently it was thanks to the one that won the fight floor. What's her name? Who made female UFC fights?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey made it popping. Why? Because she kept winning.
Off the myth that she could
that
be
she's the
Floyd
best.
Mayweather.
But then think about it, we found out she wasn't the best, and a whole bunch of women started putting in work.
But none have ever reached the height of Ronda Rousey. Remember that.
Yeah, true.
None of them-
No, but that's a package.
Because Ronnie, she can do both. She can look good in the baby suit,
And
and I know
that's
people
what
are
it's just
gonna
like
hate.
it's the AJ effect.
Exactly,
You
people
know
are
what I
gonna
mean?
hate this. She can do both. She could fight, and she looked good in the baby
Exactly.
suit.
So she can
Well,
act masculine and
here's the other
feminine
thing
at the
is,
same damn time.
Well, here's
You know
the
what I mean?
thing that I think is key, and the reason why I'm saying Shields beating a man with help. She was already given, she was given the credibility that her fight skills were good enough to compete with men. You understand? People automatically gave her that, whereas they're not giving that to Shields, and I think that's the difference.
Yeah, and you know, pleasure for the protection, you know.
Hey,
I didn't want to say it.
I am not addressing these issues.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of factors that go into
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Yeah.
You know, what it's all
And not to mention, Claressa Shields just isn't politically correct at all.
Yeah.
In her, remember that T-Rex documentary?
She's getting better.
They literally tell her in the documentary.
T-Rex.
No, you have to, because that
light
shows-
years ahead of that.
Yeah,
No, I agree.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
however,
Acting.
exactly,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's what kind of messed her up when they were literally trying to mold her, and she's like, what?
She has to understand.
No, not even with the last fight she fought.
Yeah, I know.
Bruh, she literally said, I don't know why she hating on me,
Yeah.
and I got a fatter ass than her. I was like, yo,
It's
come
how
on.
she sometimes.
Come on. That was,
You know what?
it's like,
Though,
that's
she wasn't the
immature.
one. She wasn't the one in the ring with a mouthpiece that said F Hammer though. You know what I'm saying? Hammer was the one in the mouthpiece with a mouthpiece that said F Claressa Shields.
That probably
F Shields.
because all the stuff saying she was hearing because of, you know what I'm saying? And she don't hear me don't talk trash. Carissa was.
Nah, Hammer talked mad trash.
Hammer
Hammer called her a man, bro. Hammer called her a man. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Well, I don't want to get into it because you got one standard of beauty that's accepted and one's not. And then you got one girl who's like lingerie model.
No, I'm not saying that about that. I'm talking about just certain trash talk.
No, he brought up when she said in my behind's fatter, and I'm just saying to him like Shields just felt like, you know, I could wear a bathing suit too. Like I'm not saying like let's not. We already talked about when trash talk goes too far.
Exactly. And that's what I was talking about. The political incorrectness of how she presents it. That's what I was saying.
But that was better than how she used to be. You can tell.
No,
I
it's just like how I said about Walker, right? In the beginning. Again, Wilder was really funny style. He was really an Alabama bum.
He
Like
was
he was really an Alabamian.
Bumpkin.
But now he's slowly progressing to that showman that we want him to be. Claressa can do the very same thing. It's just you have to listen to your PR people. Yo, don't go back and forth arguing about looks and all that other stuff. Yo, keep it professional. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta do that to bring your platform to the next level. She's not there yet.
And realize what it is. This is a male-dominated sport. Contact sports is a male-dominated.
Exactly.
Sport. Men want to see. When you go to guys don't cover. They would cover a women's weigh-in differently than they cover a man's weigh-in differently. Claressa knows what she was doing, and that was good. It showed her a different light. Because others say, "Oh, Claressa was in a bathing suit." That's what everybody was talking to because it's still a male-dominated sport, and women love to see women looking good too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about attitudes and how they present themselves and stuff like that. And I think Claressa has been showing that she has. But she still has a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? Before people are going to want their daughters to act like a Claressa Shields or model their daughters after a Claressa Shields, she has a long way to go.
And she may never be that person. Like Mike Tyson was never the person you want to model your child after, but he was a ferocious fighter.
And that's all we needed. We just needed a murderer.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was that murderer.
But-
Tank Davis is a hood dude, but he's a murderer.
But if Claressa Shields, though, wants to do, she has to. If she wants to cross over, she has to do more than just that one.
Exactly. That's all I was saying.
Because with females it's harder. Because Ronda Rousey, she had to do more than just be a great armbar spectacular specialist. You know what I'm saying? She had to do more than just that. She had to look good in a bathing suit. She had to talk a certain way and play both sides. So Claressa,
and that's the same thing. If you notice, AJ's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
He's handsome.
He got to play both sides.
He's articulate, and he's also a murderer in the ring. You know what I mean? You have to play both sides to be a megastar.
It's the same way with, that's why we're not going to get into this now, but we're going to get about Adrian Broner and other fighters. Some fighters certain fighters you have to play the bad guy role, but then you also have to have a look, or you have to be, if you're going to play the good guy role, you have to have the look to go with the good guy role. Mm-hmm. It's just all how it goes, but you know.
Yeah, and on the Claressa Shields topic, we want to see her fight Amanda. My statement of her fighting Amanda is just something I kind of see as a possibility of the way they're pushing and the way things are going. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in the future.
This is Boxing Bros, yo. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to us and everything. So please like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell us how you feel. Positive, not too negative. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This is the Boxing Bros.
Maybe we can set up Ned versus Claressa Shields.
versus Baby Wilder.
Ned versus Claressa.